Okay. Is that Pesquiad done? I think it is. All right. It's a slow day today. I don't know. Uh, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna. I mean, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do, but I don't know for sure. Um, yeah. This last couple of days, I've gone through a couple of different fun issues. Um, the first being that my guts got real mad at me yesterday. Um, and the day before that, I had some sort of god awful migraine, so that was cool. Um, but also there was just I had to deal with some paperwork stuff. I had to ration out my meds for ADHD because they were deciding to take their time to fill them. The usual stuff. Don't got to worry about it too much. Ah, all right. Let's get the usual stuff out of the way, though. If you're watching this on recording, thank you for doing so. However, if you're watching this on recording, check your clock right now. And if it's between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m. when you're watching this on recording, consider going the fuck to sleep. Just give it a fair shake. Additionally, you may hear coughing from behind me. That is Spouse Larkin. She has the week off, and unfortunately, she's spending it getting over a sickness.
Yo.
I'm just going to be clear about it. You may hear her coughing every once in a while. You don't need to be alarmed. She has everything under control. It's just an annoying thing that she's going to have to deal with. I feel bad because there's not much I can do to help, but it is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, I just bonked my microphone something fierce. All right. Apart from that, see here. Next week. Next week technically. Hang on, let me check this real quick. So over this weekend, on the Saturday, I believe Saturday or Sunday, is technically my the anniversary of me starting streaming on a regular basis. And then like 3 weeks from now, will be the second, which will be my affiliate anniversary. I don't have anything planned for those because I don't think that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of what I'll refer to as paperwork anniversaries. Like Spouse Larkin and I got married legally at the start of the year, um, in like 2014. Um, but we actually got together and like started dating on like at like the end of May. And for me, like I already knew that this was going to be a thing that could work on that anniversary, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's a good one. Um, and it's far enough away from like anything else that we got to worry about that I'm like, yeah, let's. I'm gonna be honest. We can celebrate the paperwork thing on our own and on our own time. That's totally fine. The one that I actually care about is the one where we actually got together, because like anything could have happened between now and then that could have made this not work. We could have been totally different people. Um, I could have died 3 or 4 times. Uh, like there's so much stuff that could have happened. And it didn't happen that way. It happened this way. And so like I want it. I like celebrating things from their actual start. Um, so even though I didn't stream on Tuesday, there's a good chance that I'll stream on Saturday. Um, Tragically, however, that is also a niche internet holiday for another group of people. We're not going to be doing anything that relates to that, um, but I am going to be hanging out a bit. Um, it might not be a very long stream, but I hope you'll enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna try and get up early and start stream early, and then stream for a nice long time and do things that way. Um, I was also hoping to do that last weekend, but it did not go that way. There was just too much stuff that I had to deal with, honestly. Um, but yeah, hey, um, that's the plan for the next few days. Other than that, I don't really have a lot of like specific things to take care of. We don't have a lot of other business to deal with. I'm still broke as hell, so so if there's any technical updates or that sort of things that has to do with me spending money, that's probably not going to be a thing that happens in the near future. But um, I am starting to put money together to get an updated 2D model because I want to commission Yuki again and say, I'm just saying. Also, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do this. The artist for my 2D model, which is shockingly good, comes from Yuki, who does that sort of thing, for hire, and you should fucking hire her. Do it, you fucking cowards. Anyway, all right. And you should hire her. She does great work. She's immensely talented, and she is a delight to work with. Um, Anywho, I'm gonna find a thing to play, but I'm not really sure what to do today. I don't really have anything in mind, and I don't have anything. I don't have a lot of energy for today, so this might be a shorter stream anyway. I kind of don't want to do Final Fantasy VI, even though we've been like kicking through it. Um, like something about playing more Final Fantasy VI right now just seems like not ideal. Um, I think I'm gonna do something a little more back end, kind of like relaxed, because there's a couple of things that we can do. I think if I've got the DLC for this, I'm going to just run that today. Oh hell yeah, let's do that. We're gonna do some power wash. It's gonna be a real simple one. I'm not trying to do anything too serious right now. We've got the Warhammer 40k update thing that I still haven't touched, so I want to do that. I'm just gonna be honest. So I'm gonna plug that in, and then we're gonna do that thing. Um, Boop. All right, let's make that happen. It also means saying thank you to Sharo and the Dover Syndrome Project. They do a bunch of royalty-free music. That is some of it. And we're going to switch to a different thing of that sort of music, which is going to be boop, Game Chops. All right, let's plug this in to OBS and make it do its thing. Perfect. Oh, right. And they started doing those ones. Howdy, Cobble. It's almost a Friday. And today we're going to be doing some power wash. Don't mind me. I'm doing pretty okay. The last 48 hours have been troublesome. But other than that, I mean, it's all taken care of now. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Shit happens. I mean, shit happens, life happens. It is what it is. I'm just going to chill with some power wash. We're going to be washing some warp grime off of some. Let's see what we've got here today. I think it's boop. Yeah, what is that gun? Oh, cool. Oh, we've even got Adeptus Mechanicus shit. So, okay, so here's the thing. Don't worry. Whew. So I've always been a bit of a fan of, there are no modifications that I can add to the Adeptus Mechanicus gun. Most likely because of Imperium Standard. This, being an Adeptus Mechanicus Sanctifier, just means that it's a washer that they've given some sort of holy ritual to. I love some of the, like, world-building work that is done for just the minutia of Warhammer 40k. I'm not so big on the major thematics of Warhammer 40k. I want to be clear about this. Warhammer 40k does a few things in a really fucked fashion. And I'm not going to get into that in too much detail. I'm not here to pretend that it is a perfect piece of media, and I'm not going to pretend that any media is a perfect piece of media. But when you're going to be like, hey, religions cause some problems, your solution should not be some manner of, like, Ubermenschism, you know? So, like, their situation with the God Emperor is, I will say, less than ideal world building. But all of the intricacies of how things get mistranslated and misunderstood and turned into a sort of cult religion themselves, like, this is a sanctifier for ritual cleansing. It's just a washer. Everything is named like that in Warhammer 40k. If you want to see how easy it is to just, like, turn something into something that sounds completely like fantasy babble or like sci-fi crunch, then look into Warhammer 40k. But do not get it twisted. The people who were working on that were all a bunch of nerds who really like basic language and wordplay and didn't necessarily have the chops to work on the philosophical implications of their in-world universal stuff for, like, their lore. So we've got this. We can probably clean a bunch of the warp off of this thing, but we're going to have to figure that out in a minute. I'm going to go to, Arquebus short extension, Arquebus long, and probably extra long, yep. This is not an Arquebus. It has nothing to do with an Arquebus. Our footstool looks like a spider, because everything is built off of some sort of mechanical structure. And OSHA is a fucking joke. OSHA doesn't exist when your one surplus is your sentient population. That is kind of how it do with the Warhammer 40k. They were very much like, oh man, what if the value of a human being was reduced to almost nothing? Intel, subdivision of vehicle schematic has been sent to your optic systems. That explains why we can do the orange thing now. Okay, we have an in-game version of the orange thing, of dirt highlight, of grime senses, that actually makes a little bit of sense. That is the only thing I'm going to hand it to them today. Also, Detritus may provide vital data on adversarial capabilities. All their compositions will be screened and logged, so everything that we wash off is gonna get checked. Which also sounds about right. If there's anything that I know about the Imperium, it is that there is so much fucking bureaucracy. In any of the well-managed divisions of the Imperium's legions, the ones that have a better and more efficient paper trail system and paperwork system and do, like, really in-depth checks of everything, those people tend to do better at shit. Just in general, they do better. Also, there's a good chance that off of this battle tank, which I presume, based off of this marking and all of the colors, are we working off of... I mean, it wouldn't be Ultramarines, right? Who is the second? I don't remember who the second is. Because the people who made this are atheists with a Christian background, they're big on using the same sort of iconography as Christian symbolism stuff, but without any of the, like, Christian methodology. So there's formally 12, what the fuck are they called? They're basically 12 demigod children of the God Emperor. They each get some of his, like... They're Primarchs. The Primarchs. There we go. Thank you, Brain. But there's 12 Primarchs. They're the demigod children of the God Emperor, who really doesn't want to be a god at all. Okay, you've got a 2 and a 3, and I don't know how these markings work because it's been too long, and I never actually got into, like, painting Warhammer minis. Thank fuck. Because that is just... Playing the war game of this is probably an exercise in just extreme patience that I'm never going to have. No, if you ever want to read or, like, look at a series of stories that have incredible micro world building, Warhammer is pretty much one of the best places to go. But when you look at the macro world building and, like, its implications, oh man, the implications. Oh man, they did not think about the consequences. Like, from a meta-narrative perspective, they did not check those at all. It is whoo. There are people who are much better at describing the deeper macro lore of this world to you, and that's its own thing. I'm just here because we get to play our favorite, totally not a space hero, even though they can do things that are physically impossible and have a water backpack that never runs out, and just clean shit for, like, aliens and time travels without batting an eye. And I love the implications of that. But the fact that they're here also just means, like... Listen, if you're getting paid, you're getting paid, you know? But honestly, you don't... Okay, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. I've given that disclaimer, but I will note, if you're going to look at Warhammer and you're going to enjoy it in any capacity, you're not gonna let... So part of the point of the Warhammer universe is from a meta-narrative perspective. So when you're thinking about producing the world as, like, a concept for, like, the narrative potential it has. The whole point of the Warhammer universe is, what if no one actually paid attention to the consequences of their actions? What if it was a world where someone had the resources or the longevity or the strength enough in whatever fashion to just sort of muscle through the consequences of their actions. What if gods were just as fallible as us, and just as much of a misnomer as we make them today? What if instead of learning from our mistakes, we doubled down on them over and over again? What if we did that? What if that instead? What if we only learned the worst lessons from our mistakes? And what you get is a world that is full of a lot of the same problems we see in our world today. Like just abject disregard for the value of a human life. Just a force of efficiency and quality and quantity above all else. And then you see human civilizations go to war against each other. And then you see human civilizations forget where they came from and build new religions and new rituals and new lives in places over thousands of years and over a few short generations where there is no knowledge left over. We see complete extinction events on planets. We see complete extinction events in solar systems. And all of it's bad. All of it's extremely bad. But then you see all of the things that the fear-mongering of, like, a lot of garbage ideologies get taken as if, what if those were correct? And get taken to their as close to logical as you're going to get conclusions. And so a lot of the, like, inherent framing of, like, for example, much of the issue with the human empires are about xenophobia. The problem is, oftentimes, there are in some fashion or another, redeemed or proven right, and I put that in big air quotes. If I had hand capture, you would see the big air quotes, but I'm putting them in the biggest fucking air quotes. The most sarcastic fucking air quotes I can. That, like, you get the Eldar and the Tau, who are different kinds of civilizations. I actually don't know what the major difference is between the Tau and the regular, like, human Imperium, other than that they just don't work well together. I actually don't even know if the Tau are, officially speaking, aliens per se, or if they're just, like, non-Imperium people. They are people who are like, hey, you deserve to live, and you matter as a person, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you continue to survive. Even if you do something wrong, and even if you do something bad, but also, because the writers from Games Workshop insist on fucking it up at every possible opportunity, they're like, but we're still going to be evil. Which, like, no. You'll see, in shows and movies like Starship Troopers, and games like Helldivers and Helldivers 2, the sort of, like, open satire of the thing. But I think when you look at the meta-narrative of the Warhammer universe, you see, like, where it falls apart, because it has to be written in just such a fashion that, like, the Space Marines and the Primarchs and the God Emperor people are actually somehow almost the best option. Where there is no good option. There isn't even, like, an okay option. But they're the closest to a good option that you're allowed to have. And they're also still the worst kind of, like, version of humanity that you could hope for in that sort of era and that sort of situation. And there are plenty of people who could make some sort of defense argument or apologia for that sort of thing. And I'm fine with that. But, like, those authors made a choice. Those authors continue to make that choice. And that is their own fucking deal. Let me turn this up a little bit. Hang on. She's still sick. I'm also still a little bit sick, actually. Fun fact. There is no redeem for heal. Healing must happen in the normal human way. I will note, I am far less affected by this illness than Spas Larkin appears to be, though. Which leads me to believe that it is an illness that I have gotten... I have gotten this illness before, perhaps, or have been vaccinated against this illness before, perhaps. It's fine. I knew what you meant. Oh yeah, we'll be having dings. We'll be having dings all day, don't worry. I don't know exactly why I'm so far away. I should probably be closer while I'm doing this. I just want to be able to see more of the work that's going on here. There are so many corners and crevices on these fucking machines. Here's another thing I'll note. If you've ever played the tabletop versions, the tabletop RPG versions of Warhammer 40k's universe, so like Dark Heresy or Rogue Trader, you get to understand just how expendable humans are in that world. Just like how people do not count. They are a resource that is quantified and like measured against, much like our modern society today. So in 40,000 years, nothing's changed. But, at least according to this timeline. But, like, which is also so fucking bleak. Like, the belief that we wouldn't actually get our shit together in that much time. But to be fair, they've got, like, they had all the worst versions of the world, so, like, the Mad Max timeline would happen. And that would be a whole thing. And I'll keep the 15. Yeah, we're gonna need the footstool before too long, but, so much grime on the inside of this thing. I'm just gonna say this. Yeah, right, like... the whole notion... of like the I will say the the world ideal for Warhammer, specifically Warhammer 40k, the main ideal is the world is a cruel and bleak and hopeless place, and only the most extraordinary people can do anything to change it. When, like, the most extraordinary people in our world are routinely the ones who get fucking assassinated. Like, routinely, the most extraordinary people of our world are people who either fight constantly against the notion that people have to be extraordinary to count for anything. Because, like, your existence should not determine on how you are useful to other people. Or there are people who sat in the core of an empire and used all of the advantages that gave them to produce, like, amazing art or philosophies that are built entirely off of the shoulders of thousands of people making their lives easier. And this world says the people who have thousands of other people making their lives easier are doing so because they are genuinely better, and because they are genuinely worth more in the grand scheme of things, which is not true. Like, there is no one who has made an amazing contribution to our world from that position, who didn't shit on, like, at least 8 different people. Okay, I'll be realistic. At least one person, almost guaranteed, that they just sort of, like, tapped as their personal, like, labor resource to not have to do anything but the thing that they were doing. And some of them are honest about it. Some of them have the decency to be honest about it. Most of them don't. Indeed. No. If there's anything that my reading of history has taught me, it is that most of our work, most of our improvements as a society, happen because a lot of people push things 1 millimeter forward, and they do it together. Maybe not at the same time, and maybe not in the same place. But over time and around the world, a lot of people get together and say, I'm going to make this better, or I'm going to look into this thing, or I'm going to figure this thing out. And sometimes it's not even the thing that they intend to figure out that they figure out. A lot of the best things in our lives exist because of some happy accidents.
Like Viagra.
Yes, Spouse Larkin, like Viagra, but also like vaccines.
Thank you, Louis Pasteur.
Like mass production of vaccines. Real good stuff, by the way. No matter what anyone over on Facebook or whatever might tell you, vaccines are good, and they do a lot of good things. We've destroyed certain diseases. Data recording pilot. Ah, shit. Are we getting black box information from this fucking thing? On our way to reinforced Fleet Secundus, we were diverted to a distress signal from the planet with Elder Strategic SMR B785. Imperial forces stationed there claimed they had detected the presence of restricted artifact H class before encountering redacted heretical. Okay, so they definitely found some sort of Xeno thing. So they found alien tech. Value of redacted classified item could be of extreme significance. So yeah, no, if they can reverse engineer some xenotech, they can do something that they couldn't do before. That's the other thing. When it comes to Imperial anything, most Imperial advancement is through theft.
Yeah.
I also want to note, most of Imperial advancement is through theft. Successful empires steal shit.
Take Christianity for example.
Oh yeah, no, take Christianity. Christianity is a great example, but like, the most popular one that people like to talk about on the internet is the Roman Imperium. The Roman Imperium stole everything. From the shape of their weapons, the adaptations of their armor for various locations, most of their tactics and philosophies were built off of learning from their enemies. And yes, that is a skill in and of itself, but like, you didn't have to do it that way. You just didn't. There was a better way all along, and you chose murder. And sure enough, after a while, after you chose nothing but murder, the only thing you knew how to do was to try and use murder and wartime anything to try and, like, make your system survive. And then it just didn't. Because you only knew one way to adapt. And survival of the fittest isn't about whoever's in the best shape. It's whoever happens to have the most useful adaptation in the moment. And when you only learn one method of adaptation, you fuck yourself over in the future. Anyway. Most of the human Imperium in Warhammer 40k is run by the God Emperor, who has, like, you know, basically godlike power, is effectively immortal, and has essentially their version of psychic and magic abilities beyond that of any other human being. And of, most likely, any other being alive? Potentially. Though there are some situations where it gets kind of close. On the rare occasions where he is forced to personally engage with shit. Okay, so this tank went to somewhere where there were some alien things, and they were hoping to pick up an item that might be useful to the Imperium in that capacity. God, the nooks and crannies on this fucking thing are... I kind of hate it. Like, not even just from, like, an I have to wash all of this kind of standpoint, but like a... Just from a military efficiency standpoint, why do you have this many fucking nooks and crannies on your shit?
Right.
It's inefficient. It will lead to more mechanical failure later. Also, the expectation that anyone would clean this on a regular basis is ridiculous. This should be a mechanical process entirely. Robo, how are you? Welcome on in. I'm bitching about the Warhammer 40k universe, by the way, so, if you're like a super in-deep fan, I would love some of your lore knowledge. Wait, what? Also, no, yeah, that's a good... Okay. Okay, no, this is... Yeah, no, I could go for Glizzy Train right now. What? We've got an Imperator's battle tank or something, I don't know. Some sort of Space Marine battle tank. Maybe just a regular soldier battle tank? No idea. Alright. Yeah, I'm not a specialist in Warhammer 40k. But I mean, I'll take any opportunity to power wash, you know? Especially if it involves not having, like, my hands feel like they're buzzing for 3 days afterward. Yeah, the tank treads are going to be a fucking problem, because I can already tell that we're not getting everything out of them, and we're not gonna. Data recording up. Arriving on withheld strategic, we found ourselves overrun by Xenos. However, we were close enough to detect the presence of restricted artifact H-class. So, some manner of alien artifact. Fortunately, this force was encased in with restrictive technology, X402. So they sealed it off in something. Doesn't really matter what. It was clear it was maturing in greater numbers before restricted H-class is damaged or lost to redacted heretical, which could be anything from rebelling humans to Xenos, probably Xenos. Xenos meaning aliens. Debrief complete. Cool. Also, just like in Dune, I'm pretty sure that this is a world where, like, advanced AI and computers are not allowed to exist. They are a form of heresy. So they take human brains and they plug them into machines, and they figured out a way to make that work. Oh, fuck, so it is the Ultramarines. Alright. That explains why everything's a bright blue under this. Ultramarines are the, like, the most logistically sound ones. Yeah, I mean... Oh, I was falling off the edge there real quick. Hang on. Alright, we're gonna go down a floor and continue our cleaning. Why are we so slow when we look down? I still don't understand why that is a thing. Yeah, we've only got like 10 minutes before the... Actually, 9 minutes before the ad break hits. Maybe. I mean, that's certainly possible. That even makes a lot of sense. We also still have the regular missions to go through for achievements. But I just wanted to have something silly to do. Using the longest nozzle, so there's as little, like, power loss as possible. Okay, there's something I want to check, though. This requires me to use the internet real quick. I'm curious. Well, this is just the first mission. There do not appear to be actual mods. It looks like someone made something for cheating on this. I don't get... Okay, maybe for the challenges, someone would want to do that. But, like... Because some of those are bullshit. But, like... I don't know why you'd need cheats for this game. There's not a lot of, There's not a lot of, like, fail conditions. Maybe if you wanted more, like, cleaning fluids, but, like, you don't need them most of the time. It's a very chill game in terms of, like, everything. Like, what? But yeah, we're on, like, the first mission of Warhammer 40k. So, there's gonna be more Warhammer 40k stuff to do once we finish this tank. It's just we gotta finish this tank, probably. There's usually 3 or 4 jobs, minimum, in these things, so, like... This'll be fine. The tracks are gonna be a huge pain in the ass. I hate... Okay, the idea that you should clean tank treads is a little fucking silly to me. I understand there's a point in time where it might actually make sense to do so. But I don't buy it. Thankfully, they were at least... Am I wearing an... I'm in power armor. Are we, like, fully disguised? How would we power armor and then be in this position, though? That makes even less sense. Like, what kind of cartoonish fucking position do we have to be in for this to work? There we go. Alright, we gotta get on the machine now. Let me grab the ladder. Okay, fine. Don't let me grab the ladder. Am I not allowed to grab tools anymore? What? Why am I not allowed to move these? I can move the stool. I may have to reset. Okay, I'm gonna have to reset, which means I'm gonna set us up for the ad break in a little bit, because it's like 2.5 minutes away anyway. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do some squats and some push-ups, and I will see you all in a little bit. Let me go to... Boop. And then we resume this job. And then we'll go back to the other job. And carry on. But yeah, there's going to be more 40k stuff after this. Here's the job that I have been... that we stopped on last time, actually, and I haven't touched this in over a month. Because it's just achievement hunting. Alright, and then we go back, and then we go back, and then we go back, and then we go to specials, and then we go to Warhammer 40k, and then we hit continue, and then we hit the Land Raider, and we resume the job. Apparently we're getting paid 200 Earth dollars for washing this 40k tank, which sounds about right for their bullshit. Alright, I'm gonna send us to ad break, and I'll see you all in a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. Are the ads done? All right. Hey, if you were spared ads, I'm grateful for that. Alright, are we allowed to pick up a ladder, perhaps? Because a ladder would be actually kind of useful right now. Engine armor. This piece of engine armor is missing some cleaning. There it is. There we go. Alright, we're gonna clean all these little nooks and crannies on this motherfucker. Fucking the rocket launcher fucking turret. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Alright, we're gonna have to actually, like, climb inside the gun in order to clean it properly. That's the other thing. There's too many nooks and crannies on these guns. I'm gonna be honest. Most real guns, when they go out in the field, end up just kind of permanently grimy. And they're built so that that doesn't fuck them over. At least if they're built well enough to remain in service for more than, like, a year. Or a week. Or a day. They do. They fucking love Greeblin. They don't love goblins. That's for fucking sure. They do not love goblins. But they do love Greeblin. Alright. Is that everything I can get from this length? This angle, I mean? Maybe also this length of, fucking gun, but... yeah, probably. Jesus fucking Christ. They do. They do indeed. Hey, we got one gun down. Fucking finally. But not the turret parts. Because go fuck yourself. No, I cannot pretend to be an amazing fan of everything Warhammer. I am a casual Warhammer enjoyer. And I don't think I'm ever going to be more than that. And I think that's okay. Okay. Actually, no, that's... Don't get stuck on it. Oh, God. Let's go grab the stool. Alright. What in the fuck? Alright. Cool. Okay, the laser cannon armor has a bunch of grime on it. And guess what's in the way of cleaning the laser cannon armor? It's the laser cannons. Yeah, you motherfuckers. Alright, fine. Come on, let me actually climb the fucking ladder. There we go. I don't know that magnets are going to help them at all. They also probably have invested quite a bit in a lot of magnets. Okay, I think that's... no, outer something, outer track armor is the thing that still needs to be cleaned. Alright. And it's just the overall with all the little fucking nooks and crannies in it. Alright, there we go. It's decided I've suffered enough. Oh, what was that? What was that? What was that? I saw that. I saw that. I saw that line. Ugh. Yeah, depending on the ammo, that might not actually work at all. Oh, it's this? Okay, that's fine. Alright, never mind. Can I put you on the front? I cannot put you on the front. Just put you back on the back. All right. Oh my god. That's not what I asked for at all. Oh no. All right. Beautiful. Hang on, is that an... It is. Oh, you motherfuckers. All right. It's just flush. Which also, why is there a big flat side of a tank? Like, that's a really tall flat side for this tank. That's not how you tank. That's not... Hey, Warhammer. That's been outdated since, like, World War One, when we first saw tanks in major use in a military thing. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but, that's how you get missiles through your fucking hull. And this is the track armor. Sure. Well, I'll pretend that makes any sense to me. It should be sloped. It should definitely be sloped. Like, you are endangering your soldiers with basic fucking design flaws that, Okay. Okay. That's fine. What are we missing? The assault hatch ramp and the Aquila. Got the mounted heavy bolter. Just the base that needs to be cleaned. All right. There we go. And the well. Hang on, there was something else. Was it? Okay, we gotta do some other cleaning stuff. All right, cool. Oh, the headlights aren't clean? Okay, we'll clean this. Or what are we missing? Assault hatch hinges. Those are the front ones, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll get back up there. There we go. And the assault hatch ramp itself, which is just this sort of like plow thing. Yeah, it's got a bunch of nooks and crannies on it that need to be cleaned. There we go. Hang on. That was another thing. Engine fuel induction cover. Yeah, let's get that. Gonna be in the bag. It'll be fine. That thing. Yeah. I remember that thing. It looked pretty grimy. There we go. All right. Searchlight, smoke launchers, and inner-track armor. Well... where the fuck are the smoke launchers? Oh, it's these things! Why did my brain think that these were just, like, really badly designed fucking megaphones? It's probably just the nozzles inside, right? Yeah, it's the nozzles inside. Okay. All right. There we go. Tech Priest, your efficacy in this blessed task of strategic chronological metrics. I feel the motive force of the venerable vehicle resonate. The Omnissiah has indeed brought us a worthy adept. I shall see to it that Tyros 656 reserves only the most glorious and arduous benedictions for your attention. In the meantime, it would be prescient to reflect on the further reduction of your biologica to increase your efficacy further. Blessed be the Omnissiah. So they want me to get rid of more of my flesh in the meantime, but I'm not doing that. Oh man, a Redemptor Dreadnought. Sweet. Tech Priest, though many of us have been stationed within this glorious ring of iron for the time immemorial, none have borne witness to the caliber of warrior which stands before you now. Besmirched by the unholiest of Xenos and Flora, it rages for absolution, and ablution. Know then that you will perform the rites of cleansing upon a dreadnought, variant withheld, classification, yada yada, have chapter withheld, once fallen, twice risen, now augmented by a machine. The dreadnought will exalt the Omnissiah for millennia to come. This is a singular honor. Do not fail me unless you wish to transfer to Skitarii on Parlous 5. Glory to be Machine God. Yeah, cool. No. Cleanse initiated. I don't know who uses beige in their regalia. Cogitating clarification required. Yeah, something unusual going on, buddy? Alright. Engineer outranks Tech Priest, and yet... Are you mad because they put someone below you on this task? Tech Priest sanctifies Red Knight, whilst Engineer cleans Promethium fuel drums. Somebody's mad because I'm taking their job responsibilities that they feel they deserve more. Previous biological impartation increased ritual efficiency by 3.56%. Are you mad because I'm not even a mostly machine? Let's go through 2 missions to Tech Marine. Yeah, that's fine. You can bitch all you want. Continue your intrigue. Tech Priest. Economy reset will perform it at Sacrament's conclusion. Aw, somebody's salty. Already looking way better, by the way. I don't know who the fuck this is. All I know is I don't like any of the symbols on this fucking thing. Like, this is the only symbol I find not objectionable. Your Magus asks that I impart some account of our chapter's history to assist the vigor of your cleanse. Alright. I won't say no to lore. Even if it is in the flavor of propaganda, I guess. Since the fervor of our chapter's Redemptor Dreadnought, Brother Zachiel stirs in you. Are you gonna save me the fucking lore dump? Alright. How gracious of you. It is well that he's in induced slumber. Oh yeah, dreadnoughts are human brains in big robot bodies. Just so we're clear, I'm washing a person right now. I'm literally giving a dude a bath. We would not wish for him to exercise such judgment in our current location. These usually last to pass into the ears of a traitor. Okay. Are you calling me a traitor? No, they still feel stuff. Formulate our chapter has scoured the galaxy for the corrupt and the honorless. Okay. No, actually, like emotions and stuff. These heretics turned their back on the Emperor and left us with no choice but to remove any whisper of them from history. Oh. Recent incursion into the dense carnivorous forest of the planet, whatever, detected evidence of, yeah, the heretics. So you're heretic hunters. I love that we have a fucking Muppet song in the background. So good. It really does. I don't know what fucking Legion this motherfucker's from. I don't know if Tech Marines are a specific thing. Or if they're like one of those legions. I don't know all the legions. I know like Ultramarines, fucking Salamanders, and the Sisters of Battle a little bit. You know, that's fair. Hearing that there's been an assault upon the nearby planet of whatever, Brother Zachiel enlisted our chapter squad into the gathering forces. They seek to obtain a... Alright, whatever is of no import to us. Alright, so the fight is still ongoing, is what I'm hearing. We seek only the identity of the enemy who would have it for themselves and to crush them completely. Yeah, yeah. It's a nice general exterior wash. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of this thing. So, okay, here's something that I'm thinking of. Similar to how I'm doing the Yakuza games on Fridays, because it's, you know, a thematically consistent thing. And it's a fun little bit to do. I've been wondering about, because I'm playing through Final Fantasy VI right now. I might continue and or finish Chrono Trigger. I'm still on the fence about it. To do it on stream. I don't see any reason not to, but like, I'd probably do it after we finish Final Fantasy VI and before we do anything else, RPG-wise. But also, because of the nature of the thing, the Yakuza games are themselves an RPG game first and foremost now, at the end of the general series, of the mainline series at least. So here's my thought. Do y'all want me to do like a RPG that isn't Yakuza on a day that isn't Friday, and then finish all the Yakuza stuff, story-wise and whatnot, and then switch that RPG time to Fridays? Or should I unburden myself of playing Yakuza only on Fridays and start kicking through these in a more focused fashion? Release the Yakuza Beast? Alright, play it on more days. Alright. Start kicking through these a little bit more. Alright. I'm gonna say after we finish Final Fantasy VI, after you finish Final Fantasy VI, I'm gonna hustle through Chrono Trigger. Maybe. If I go through Chrono Trigger, I'll hustle through Chrono Trigger. You don't have to 100% that game in order to, like, get Chrono back. You just have to fucking resurrect the bastard, pretty much. And that's its own thing. And it's also not that long of a game. But yeah, like tomorrow, if I can start early, I'm gonna start early. And if I can play long, I'm gonna play long. I don't know how early. Like, if I could get myself into a position where I could start stream first thing in the morning, which for me is like, it'd be like 9:30 a.m. Pacific, right? That wouldn't be an everyday thing. Though it might become an everyday thing since, well, that's a separate conversation. So it's not likely to become a 9:30 thing for every stream, but like certainly for like Fridays, I want to try and like do things earlier. Sarcophagus Viewport. Hey, buddy, I might have to climb on you a little bit, and I'm really sorry if I have to climb on you a little bit. But, like, I think 9:30 would be perfectly manageable for, like, one day a week. If I get my body to actually fucking cooperate. I am loving the soundtrack that Game Chops is giving us right now. Oh my god. It's so good. But yeah, I feel like I want to do this a little bit earlier. Especially considering that, like, I'm trying to get into a more normal sleep pattern. Okay, I want to talk about Lethal Company real quick. I am actually really pleased about Lethal Company, not least of all because, like, so the main person who made that apparently lives like in one of the neighboring towns to my hometown. Like, first of all, like the main person on that, is like from my fucking counties. So like, it's good as fuck. And I'm so pleased with that. I also love just how much people have gone into like modding the fuck out of that game to make it so much more vibrant than like when I was playing it, like super early on. Because like a few of us like played it for like a round or two, and we had fun, and it is fun. But like, my opinion was I wanted to see it cook a little more. No, we're gonna. Oh, let me just no, let me just walk forward and jump. There we go. Thank you. Oh, for sure. No, that kind of game, like similar to like up until Phasmophobia like community management kind of turned to shit. I was a big fan of playing Phasmophobia. I still play it with friends, but I'm not gonna stream it. I'm not here for that. Like, there are some things where like I know if I put it on here, then like other companies that don't care about any sort of nuance to the situation will add that to their metrics and that sort of thing. And it's its own fucking thing. Like, I respect the game of Phasmophobia, but like I do not care for the community very much. That's just my personal issue with that. And not even like the general community, but like the team community. The community team. God, I cannot speak. I need to grab my coffee. I still haven't gotten my coffee. So I'm sounding like a horrible person right now. That's totally fine. No, so let me clarify this. Community management and a number of people who are on the dev team for Phasmophobia are pretty openly callous and kind of just like assholes about some, you know, not very nuanced situations and issues. And for me, I'm like, well, okay, fuck that. But like, I do have friends who do enjoy playing that game, so I do play that game. I don't play that game very often. I haven't played that game in... When was the last time I played? When was the last time I actually played Phasmophobia? January 1st. So it has been months since I have so much as touched that game. And I'm fine if that is the last time that I touch that game. Like, personally, I don't care if I never play Phasmo again. I was already tired of it when shit started going sideways. I'm pretty much only putting up with that game because there's, like, a couple people that I know that, like, aren't really, like, super online, so they don't really know that situation. They don't really, like, that's not why they would play the game in the first place. And so it would just be like private group play with like me and 3 other people. And that's fine. But I don't want to like put it on my stream as something that I'm like... I'm not a huge fan of it, so I don't want to pretend that I'm a huge fan of it. You know? You know? Like, there are some games that I will play on my own time. And that's fine. And there's some games that I won't play under any circumstances, and I don't want to raid into or even necessarily be raided or interact with the communities of people who are playing those games because they're like inherently really fucked up. Or they are inherently providing some sort of insidious support of some other agenda that I don't really care for. Like, I'll play Power Wash while it has this up, even though, like, there's a lot of weird fucking, like, downright cult-like right-wing fucking lunatics who are, like, big fans of Warhammer. like, if you're a normal person who has normal person interactions with Warhammer, the property, you'll never run into them. Like, you just won't. But, like, they do exist. Thankfully, I don't have to fucking deal with them. But yeah, Lethal Company looks like a fun crew and, like, a great game. And I really look forward to playing that in the future, especially once we get some better stability on multiplayer. That's really the only thing left that I'm hoping for them to get a good handle on. Like, all I want to see is the ability to, like, play modded and not have to reset your lobby, like, 50 times. That's all I'm looking for out of Lethal Company before I'm more than happy to play it on here. With friends or with strangers or with community members or whatever else. Like, I mean, I say community members, but, like, you're... You know what the fuck I mean. Y'all. Alright, we've completed the Redemptor Dreadnought job. I'm off camera for a good portion of this. Alright, perfect. We are dressed like an Adeptus Mechanicus. That is actually very good. That's a good costume, even. I do respect that. Alright. Tech Priest, through the expulsion of the unholy residuals of blah blah blah, you have honored our illustrious subject. I feel the vibrative fortitude of the Omnissiah surge inside each... Oh yeah, the Omnissiah is like the tech god. The Adeptus Mechanicus are basically machine worshippers. They're a machine cult. The reason they aren't, like, eradicated from the Imperium is because, like, they're the #1 supplier of everything the Imperium uses. The Forge Temple grows ever more inspirited. You have been assigned rights upon task force set to retrieve, yada yada yada. And there is much yet to be done. Caught to reset, delayed. Expect your next sacrament imminently. Praise the Messiah. Yeah. Aye, aye! Hey! Welcome on in. Also, before I forget, if y'all ain't following aye, you should follow aye. You've been playing Helldivers. Fuck yeah. That game is such a loving homage to the fucking, like, Starship Troopers movie. God, the first one was too. See, here's more of a classically shaped style of tank, but it's still bad. This is still a bad tank. You know, like, this is still a bad tank. Do you see how this is still a bad tank? Yeah. Tech Priest, know that I expect my tank to be flawless upon its return. Commissar Franz. Yeah, we're doing the 40K section, and I'm talking about problematic stuff regarding why I don't support certain other games and don't interact with them on stream. Alright, should this not be the case, I'll arrange for you to join my forces gather the assault upon Baba, and I'm certain you fit admirably with the ragtag collection of my vanguard. Oh man, this person is threatening me with a good time. Commissar Franz. But yeah, aye. How's your day been? How are you doing? Jesus, fuck, that's a lot of grime. Any raised position that I'm allowed to just hang out on? Because last time that was really nice. Now, among our number are the blah blah blah. Are you familiar with them, Tech Priest? Well, I can't be familiar with them if you're fucking censoring their name. Well, most of my number need encouragement from my power sword with blah blah blah. I needed to hold them back. Yo, medicine that helps is so fucking nice. I have recently gotten medicine that helps. And it's so fucking good. Everything is easier when you aren't spending so much of your energy, like, dealing with, like, chronic illness. Oh my god. I am so glad to hear that you are getting things that are helping. Because, like, it's so nice. It's so nice. And you deserve nice things. You deserve so many nice things. No, thank you. You're just gonna eat my arm like that while I'm on stream? While I'm on stream, you're just gonna chew on my arm like that? The arm that I'm using right now? Spouse Larkin? Really? Hi.
My tummy has the rumblies that only arms can satisfy.
I understand. Alright. What the fuck is that email? Oh, okay, okay.
If by the hippo you are trying to imply that
No.
I am mighty and powerful and very...
No, it's just a hype nom. It's just a nom, yeah. Maybe one day I will have a nom emote. Maybe. But yeah, good meds make any sort of sickness so much easier to manage. I would love to not have the sickness in the first place, but like that's a magical wish situation. Like I would love to like take one set of treatments and then actually be done with the things that are wrong with me. That would be great. I would love that. That would be so good. Like, oh fuck, that is so... I've missed so many spots. I thought I was doing good. I was not. Alright. Hang on, is that just a radio antenna? Yeah, Vox Trans... Yeah, that's literally just a radio antenna. Beyond the regiment withheld stand 3 companies of Cadian troops. Yeah, I noticed the Cadia on you. I don't know what that is, but... Oof. To say you'll be squandered in diversionary vanguard is an understatement. Okay, so Cadia is whatever's on to fight alongside them. Sure. Okay, we got one person who's pissed because I'm doing a job and they're like, I outrank you, I should get to do that job. And then this person is like, if you're lucky, I'm gonna shove you in the front lines of my crew so that you can get murdered by, like, either rebel forces or alien forces. Way to make the most chill game that I own just suddenly not chill at all. Thanks, 40K. I think I'm having a hard time getting motivated to clean this good, because the person who drives it and owns it is such a douchebag. Yeah. Wait a fucking minute. Hang on. It's called a stubber. What? This? I'm pretty sure this is a recon tank. Why is it so tall? Sorry, when it comes to tanks, I'm not an expert. Most of my knowledge of warfare doesn't really extend past like 18th century to 19th century. Like, I know my way around guns, just because I've been in enough like group therapy things with people who were in the army, and also I've known a bunch of people who are in the army who do a lot of stuff with guns. So they were like, here's a lot of knowledge that I have because of my my state-sponsored obsession with the intricacies of these machines that kill people. That's a wrench. That's just a wrench welded on, isn't it? Oh, I've collected these yada yada from the recording guys, so I won't have them in their cells when they can be put to use fighting the glory of Imperium. Hey, hang on. Hang on. On which sword, side of my power sword might you fall? Yada, beyond the origin, but I did because they aren't falling inside them. Finally, we have the Penal Legions. I've collected these from every corner of the galaxy. I won't have them in their cells when they can put to use fighting the Imperium. Perhaps I deploy amongst them. That would be perfect for an indolent Mechanicus. Okay, so this dude is like, I'm so much better than you. God, I hate this fucking dude. Anyway, also, we're about 3 minutes away from ads. So anyway, alright, before we run ad break, Cliff's notes for the chatting that we had so far. I wish the crew that run Phasmophobia wasn't just a fucking mess. I like that the people from Lethal Company, the main person who did Lethal Company, is like from not my hometown, but like from the same region of like little like frankly shitty hometowns, like small cities and such. Um, and Warhammer 40k is great until you realize how much of their stuff is just really not well thought out at all. Also, I'm figuring out how often I'm going to be playing RPGs on here because we've been playing a lot of RPG, and I'm not sure if I want to keep playing RPG after this current batch of RPG. But we will find out. We'll figure that out as we get to it, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to go on a quick break and actually make myself a cup of coffee because I desperately need it. I'm also going to do my squats and my push-ups. By all means, stretch your legs, get some water, get some food if you need to. Do what you got to do, and I'll be back in like 3-ish minutes. Like 3-ish minutes. Be good to yourselves. All right. All right. Hi. We're back. I have coffee now. The world is a better place. But yeah, once we see better modded stability out of Lethal Company, I'm actually really looking forward to playing that game more with people. Okay. What's other stuff that I want to, like, do and or get done? Okay, one that I do know is going to be... I mean, it's not until June, so it's a couple months away. But... Valheim's getting a certain update, and I do want to actually, like, try and play that with some folks, and maybe play it with some folks on here. Like, on stream. If folks are chill with that. Because, like, most of the base mods that I would use aren't going to be affected by any version changes or other data changes. It's going to be, like, a little bit of waterproofing and, like, that sort of thing. I should also probably poke some people to see if they want to do that together. Yeah. I just need to figure out, I just need to learn how to make more dedicated server stuff work. This whole machine... This is so many little nooks and crannies and little angles on these things. Like, again, I don't care for that symbol. That's a bad symbol. That's not a good symbol. Does explain why this dude is talking like he's talking and acting like he's acting. Do not listen to the ramblings of that infernal commissar. Who's Private Bulk? We in the Penal Legion pledge our allegiance to the Imperium voluntarily and honored to be part of this regiment. Ooh. Better to die in honorable futility as a traitor, than as a traitor in a shitty concrete box. Any section where I've, like, really haven't touched any of it? Yeah, there we go. Oh god, isn't June also when the Elden Ring DLC comes out? God, that might be a really busy month. For streaming stuff and streaming opportunities. I'm ready. I am physically and spiritually and emotionally prepared for whatever they throw at us. All right? I've been playing Dark Souls 2 just as a sort of like emotional palate cleanse after a couple of things. Just getting all the achievements on this Steam account actually. Oh dear. I love how we're watching individual tools that are just hanging out on here. That wrench... Okay, that wrench does have a... Okay, everything does have a bracket or some sort of strap to keep it in one place. What the okay, here's my problem. Armored vehicles are, like, purpose-built most of the time. Like, there are some general-purpose tanks and other armored military vehicles. Okay, sure. But, like... This dude... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen you playing that a little bit. What kind of a game is that? Oh, okay. Okay. A mobile game like Journey. That... Huh. Alright. Is it like a free-to-play game? Or is it like... an actual enclosed experience? Okay. Okay. Well, alright then. Where... one thing I have to ask, Robo, is Sky, Children of Light, something that you would consider like a precision platformer? Okay. Because, like, I respect precision platformers, but I have to say, I do not enjoy them very much. I don't know how the fuck I'm standing on anything right now. I feel like I'm just floating telekinetically here. Celeste is a precision platformer. Like, it's one of the best examples of a precision platformer. It is one of the best precision platformers in the genre. It's where you're, like, specifically jumping and climbing, and you have to be really specific and careful about it, and very good at your specific and careful adjustments. Like, most Mario games are platformers, but only Super Mario Maker is like a precision platformer on certain custom levels, because people are just willfully sadistic. Like, there are a couple of moments in a lot of the Prince of Persia games that lend themselves toward becoming precision platformers, but Prince of Persia itself isn't like a precision platformer. You don't have to be like either like pixel perfect or like reaction perfect in order to clear those games completely. Yeah, so platforming, totally fine. When it gets to like precision platforming is where I sort of start to lose my ability to have fun with it. When something decides that I die because I fucked up by 2 pixels, I get a little sad. And as Pepsi Man proved, more than a little salty. Yeah, okay. That's a different thing, though. That's like... Okay, what are we missing? Yeah, little tidbits here and there, that's for sure. Okay, that needs to be cleaned from the top. Yeah, we're doing fine. Where's the melt-a-guns? Oh, it's those. Oop. There it is. There we go. Rear viewing slit, which I already blasted through a couple of... Yeah, it's this thing. Stowed rods, tow hooks, and track wheels. Are they... Oh, yeah, okay. And track wheels. I think this is the last track wheel left, too, so that's kind of funny. The Rogel Dorn Battle Tank. Alright, Tech Priest, as if the battle tank has emerged from its forged temple for the very first time. It is resurrected, even the tow hooks thirst for glory. I'll advocate for your promotion to the rank of engine seer, along with further cited replacement of your biologica. In the interim, it would be sage of you to reflect upon the words of Lord Dogma versus Gamma 6, that which cannot be trusted, it must be removed. Why the fuck are you talking at me like this? Imperial Knight Paladin. Alright, let's do this. Task. Your next mission, Engine Seer, is the ritual blessing for an Imperial Knight Paladin of House Hawkshroud, withdrawn from meritorious duty combating, redacted proof pending, among the fetid chem swamps of the planet, yada yada. They have traversed the galaxy to spear the frontal assault on B-785, yada 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 yada. This Honorable Knight Paladin is an elite unit of prodigious power. Their importance in the battle ahead cannot be overstated. It is imperative that their machine spirit is purified and galvanized. Engine Seer, Tyra 656 will be closely monitoring your work. It is time to prove that you are worthy of your title. That was a clean manufactorium. You have again been blessed by the machine god. Engine Seer Tyra 656 is such a salty bitch. Because I'm getting, like, special cleaning jobs and he's getting routine cleaning jobs. Still, at least you have the title worthy of the duty. Yeah, okay, cool. Recitation for nights such as this are a fascination. Are you familiar with the necessary rituals, Engine Seer? No. No, I'm not. I pufushish things, and then people pay me money. It's a big ass chainsword though. That's nice. I think this is like an extra fucking mech armor suit. Pretty much. Don't quote me on that. The Knights prove their fealty survival of the whatever, yeah. Young nobles from each of the Knight houses collected the Chamber of Echoes within the sanctuary of a knightly stronghold. I don't know what the Chamber of Echoes is. I assume it's a mass communication system. Nothing can prevent over what is next. Well, that's not entirely true. Doing a nice, careful wash. At the commencement of the sacred ritual, each young noble enters the room and occupies the restricted area of their knight house. Well, the neural fuse the neural network of the whatever the fuck. Okay, so they basically become cybernetic in nature. All right. Not super surprising. Perhaps that sounds pleasant. It is not. No, no. I feel like getting any sort of tech directly fused to your synapses is gonna be a painful experience that is not fun in any way, shape, or form. Nice. Nice. Oh yeah, and Remnant 2 is also having an update. Well, possibly a DLC. I'm not usually a big person for, like, shooters and that sort of thing, but... Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I mean, there's bound to be stuff that's going to show up that I'm not thinking of. I'm just... If I do the same thing for too long, I will lose my fucking mind. That's all there is to it. If I'm stuck doing the same thing, playing the exact same game, or like doing the exact same exercise, or like taking care of the same task over and over again, my ADHD will fucking start gnawing at the inside of my skull. It is some sort of feral animal inside of my brain, and it's just gonna do its thing. And I don't think anybody really wants that. I don't want that because it doesn't feel good. But also, I don't like inflicting that on people. I don't want you to have to experience, like, my specific form of, like, brain problems. I feel like as few people who have to experience what I experience in any sort of, like, situation, the better. But also, like, I know I'm not going to be... I don't know. How do I phrase this? Yeah. Like, I needed to improve the enrichment of my enclosure, to use a certain internet analogy. But yeah, no, I need... I need something else. Yeah, like, YouTube Shorts just piss me off. Like, YouTube Shorts... I'm sorry, I know it's a thing, and I know short-form, like, video stuff is a big... But, like, so much of it is just garbage. Not 90-ish% of it is trash. Like, it doesn't need to be a 30-second... You didn't need to make a video at all. I don't know. Like, it just... And maybe this is my old person showing, but, like... I feel like there's a commodification of just... I don't know, self-expression. And it feels really weird. I think it's why TikTok has never agreed with my brain. There we go. I haven't hit this side. Should probably go up top to hit this thing first, but nah. Also, if anyone's super anal retentive about the process of cleaning objects, I'm so sorry that this is going to be pretty much anti-stress relief for you. Watching me do it this way. No, like... I don't know. Oh, nice. We've actually made decent progress now. I didn't realize we were already like 80% done. The fuck are you talking about? I'm already 80% done. I mean, yeah, that's true, that's true. Apparently I have a hater in the Imperium. No, but like short form content isn't bad necessarily. It's just that like so much of it turns into like a specific formula. Like those permanently looping videos, like the permanently looping shorts, that are designed to like, and that's why this thing is this way, and then they go through the whole thing and then they're like, and that's why this thing is this way. And, like, that shit, I don't know why, but that makes me want to do violence. I hate that style of video making at all times. I can't stand it. Like, let it be a one-shot thing. Let yourself have like a distinct beginning and end to your material. Like you don't need to, like I know it's because of like YouTube and TikTok's like replay features and how replays count specifically in certain ways and how that can be useful. But like I don't know. It feels like it feels like someone's taking a cattle gun to my ball sack. That's a bad phrase. Why did that come out of my mouth? It's not wrong, but it is not what I probably should have said there, huh? It's the equivalent though, in terms of like how it makes my brain feel. It's like I had to shut out. There's a friend of mine from the old days who just really loved sending me like screamer videos, and like jump scare videos. Which, not very effective on me, but like, they're not pleasant, and they're not good. Like, I literally blocked them on multiple forms of social media, because those were the places where they kept sending me the videos. And had to be like, hey, if you send these to me on different platforms, I'm just going to block you on those two. I don't need that shit. It's really weird and really annoying and like, I don't know, some people like the idea of like startling someone like that, and that's fine. But like, Nah. Also, there's the matter of, like... Okay, so... having a bunch of different things distracting you multiple times all at once is a thing, but it's, like, only occasionally helpful for people with ADHD to have something to, like, give their brain something to sort of, like, chew on while they take care of other tasks. And I think the problem is, like, when you have ADHD and you get into the habit of doing, like, TikTok and, like, Instagram Reels and, like, YouTube Shorts and all those things, like, I do think that is not necessarily the best for your brain. Having, like, one thing that you can hone in on, or just use so that you can, like, ignore other stuff, is good. And having, like, 50 things, and you keep having to, like, change over your own focus back to this activity to, like, scroll or, like, swap through, for me, just feels like work. Like, maybe that's helpful for some ADHD people. Maybe that's helpful for some, like, non-ADHD people. I don't know. But, like, for me, it just feels like the act of the scrolling process is itself, like, a task that it's demanding of me for no reward. It's part of why I have, like, my 3 strikes rule if I ever get in the flow state of looking at those sorts of short form things. Like, I get 3 instances where I get a negative feeling and I'm like, nah, I'm out. And maybe all I do is I just, like, close it and then, like, reopen it in 30 minutes, but that's still better than just, like, sitting there and letting the agita build, you know? Even just giving yourself a break from the set of, like, non-operant tasks. Is that the word for it? Probably not. I'm probably mixing up that phrase, or multiple phrases to make that phrase. I don't know. The only advantage I have with why my brain is whatever the fuck it is that, like, there are some things that I'm just apparently immune to. And, like, I'm not immune to distractions, fuck no. But, like, some of the, like, common distractions that can fuck with people in the modern day and age are things that just don't do that kind of thing to me. And I do feel like YouTube Shorts is one of them, where I'm just like, maybe I am old. Maybe I am too old. But yeah.
It's nice for a quick hit, but it doesn't really give me the support I need to go through something. At all. It transitions too quick.
Yeah. No, that's what yeah.
Too many transitions.
Mm-hmm. all of those little nooks and crannies on the inside are just... Yeah, we're not getting this done in 3 minutes. That's not happening. Like, I don't know. I do this because I like playing with new gizmos and shit. And I don't get to, like, swap out to newer and newer gizmos because I'm not made of money. But I'm honestly fine with that, because this also gives me an excuse to, like, learn more of the inner workings of certain things. Like VTubing and streaming and stuff. Like, if I get the brain power back to do so, I do want to, like, get into more video editing stuff and more, like, 3D modeling stuff. And maybe even get, like, half decent at it. But that's the thing I want to learn for, like, goofy shit. I'm not even necessarily trying to get, like, professionally good at it, you know? And, like, in terms of, like, entertaining people, or giving you all something to, like, I don't know, even if it's just something that you have on in the background, that's fine. But it should be something that you find at least, like, a little bit enjoyable. Like, I'm not here to, like, get all your neurons firing. I feel like most of the time the people who are watching me have had all of their neurons firing for long enough in the day. You could probably use something a little more chill, you know? But that's also why I want to, like, start streaming earlier in the day. So that on the occasions where... Oh, we're about to hit ad break. I'm gonna head over to the BRB screen, and I'll see you all in a couple of minutes. I'm probably gonna grab some food. Because I need food! And that's how that works. And I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you in 3 minutes, in fact. I'm glad I caught that before it started. Okay. I've shoved food in my body. We're good to go. I also want to note, like, I am naturally a low energy person, but not entirely by choice. Like, some of it's by choice. Not all of it is by choice. A solid portion of it is not by choice. It's just sort of how I've been conditioned to exist. And I don't mind it most of the time. But, like, I can go a long time without talking to people and still be like, okay. Yeah, like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's not all by choice. Like, some things are because of what we do to make the rest of our awake and living time, like, worth it. Like, I've never been, I have ADHD, but I've never been very high on the hyperactive end of things. Like, I've never... The one way that I do know that I'm not actually, like, bipolar, for an example, is because I've never had a manic episode. There's never been a time where I was, like, super high energy. Just because of, like, some part of my brain chemistry doing something. Not even once. But, like, there are some times when I want to do a lot of different stuff. Or do things that require a lot of, you know, stimulus. Stimuli. And I have fun with those things, even if it's a little bit much for my brain sometimes. Because there comes a certain point where, like, you just can't do more things and you can't think through more things. What the fuck am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a lot of things. Oh, it's just that, like, there's so many things. Okay. I've missed many things. Alright, whatever that thing is. Alright, we're gonna go through the list. Done a lot of general cleaning. Now we do specific cleaning. Can you just walk up it? Like, you normally just walk up it. There we go. I see how it is. Oh, the armor plate is different from the... Oh. That's what I'm getting wrong. Okay. There we go. Oh, and I fell to my death. It's fine. Nope. Why are you climbing that backwards? Probably the other side that needs to be cleaned. There we go. There we go. How am I fitting in this? How am I not just like eviscerating my own body in this? The chest heavy stubber. Is that this? I bet it's this. Also, while I'm here, there we go. There we go. Get you in a sec. We'll get to you now. Why have we forgotten how to use ladders in this game? Alright, whatever. Maybe it's the weird mechanical body. The head has been cleaned. Now we just need to do the helmet. The remainder of the helmet, anyway. Alright. Is there a way in here? There we go. I guess I do need to bring the, I finally do need to bring the scaffolding over. It doesn't help that the machine itself is yellow. You know? You know, I feel like this could be a little bit easier. They could have chosen, perhaps, one of the machine groups with color schemes that aren't bright fucking yellow. It might have helped a little bit. There we go, the helm is clean. Alright, you're pulling. That was... I'm stuck. Okay, we're fine. Upper leg crease. Yeah. There we go. Well, I'm in your leg, the lower leg. Upper leg piston cable. Oh, okay. The pelvis. There we go. The pelvis plate. Asking me to power wash your codpiece. Your robo codpiece. This is fine. I can't climb under that. Unfortunate. Alright, well. Reactor heatsink pipes. Those are up there at the top. Where are... what? I don't know where this object is. I'm missing half of them. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, the reactor housing is the next thing up. And it's that... oh, it's that whole thing. Okay. There we go. And then we've got the Reaper chainsaw blade. Chainsaw. Cool. Got it. All right. I got the plaque for it. I don't remember what that is. Oh, it's the Mars campaign thing. Okay, cool. And last but not least, the waist joint. Which I'm going up to clean because I'm pretty sure the parts of it that are still need to be cleaned need to be reached from here. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we've completed the Imperial Knight Paladin job. Gonna remove this from the camera. Nice. I'll read all these messages in a second. I feel like there's no version of Noodles that doesn't benefit from fresh basil. Engine Seer. It is glorious to see a knight so illuminated. I feel its motives force yearn for its destiny. Told that our forces are now fully assembled, cleansed, and boarding for wherever the fuck. The knight will spearhead the vanguard. Is vital. The whatever consider this our full force while Redemptor Dreadnought Zachiel is dropped behind enemy lines. Trust they will soon hear of our momentous triumph. May the Omnicide get us all to a glorious end. His glory, yeah. Tyra 656 is kind of a bitch. A Thunderhawk. Alright, engines here. Heroic Thunderhawk, gunship of Adeptus Astartes. Chapter designation Blood Angels has returned from the assault upon B-75, requiring complete attention. Communications confirm that the H-class is on board. Admiral Archmagos is on standby to assess the viability. The gunship's exterior is befouled by noxious contaminants from the whatever. Extensive sanctification must occur before the vehicle is approached by the Archmagos. Data recordings taken from the deployments of the assault will be relayed during your rites of cleansing by the William Messiah Tides of War Missy turning over. Yeah. Yo. Redacted residue. This is the tallest fucking scaffolding I've seen in a while. That's a lot of scaffolding. Alright. Let's get to the top of this thing and just start cleaning from the top. Let me get on top of the thing. Get on top of the thing. Nope. Okay, fine. Yeah, the smaller objects I can all get away with just doing a general wash thing. This is gonna require some fucking... Battle of yada yada yada. If anyone knows what Strategic Estimar B785 is, like, please let me know. That might be a reference to, like, a specific place. Like, it wouldn't be Earth. Like, that's not how that works, but... Well, I might get away with just a general wash. Hang on. Or Night Paladin engaged with Redacted Heretical, yeah. That is bring honor to House Hawkshroud. It's probably not like they need the help in the first place. Moving reserves away from protection of the restricted. Yeah. Diversion complete, bearings dropping for Battle Brothers behind the enemy lines so that they get sort of pincered. How'd that go for you? Did they have another group even further behind the lines so that you got pincered? Because that would be a little bit silly, wouldn't it? But you made it out, so I assume that's not how it went down. Oh, I'm falling to my death. Okay. Alright, most of my time is going to be spent on the scaffolding, I'm willing to bet. That's just going to be a thing. Oh, this is a big fucking ship. I appreciate that we also have the short scaffolding. That is helpful. I am gonna move it though. Got a lot of ladders too. Hey, you have some unused ordnance. All right. Why is the big scaffolding not letting me pick it up? Why is that a thing? That is an interesting glitch to come into this one. Okay, we'll come back to this then. I wonder what I'm doing to cause that glitch to happen, or if it's just a new bug. I just need to ding one item. There we go. Hopefully that's not a common thing that I have to do. Because that would kind of suck. Alright, this is almost certainly some sort of Tyranid bullshit. Not tall enough? Okay. Also, what sort of heroic organization would use this as their fucking logo, right? Like, that can't... Deeply fucked. Deeply fucked. I don't think we're going to finish this today. We might, but I make no promises. No, I'm not allowed to do that? Okay, that's fine. I feel like this model might be a little more sticky, too. Like, for the body. Right, thank you, Mario. Nice. I feel like our running and jumping is better when we aren't wearing some sort of Adeptus Mechanicus disguise. Nice. Yeah. Hmm. 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 There we go. There we go. We're at 9%. Okay. I hate to say it. I think I need to call it early. Yeah. Yeah. I need to call it early. My organs are getting a little bit mad at me for some reason, and I need to go deal with that. So let's find someone to raid, eh? Blah, 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 blah. All right, who do we got for rating? It's been 1,000 years since we stopped by Rainey's. Is that so? I guess we'll... Okay, yeah, let's do that. I feel bad because it means I'm gonna have to, like, raid and run, but, hey, we're gonna go say hi to Cobble. It's been a bit. We should check on him. See how his Minecrafting is going. He is currently playing Minecraft on a server. I hope y'all have a lovely night. I will see you all tomorrow. be sure to say hi to Cobble. But I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get up earlier and do an earlier and longer stream for a Friday. Hopefully that goes well. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and I'm not making any promises about it, but I want to take a shot for it. I will see you all later. Until then, try not to die. Yeah, try not to die. It's really all I can ask of you. Take care of yourselves, okay?